Assalomu alaykum, hurmatli talabalar. Assalomu alaykum, dear students and IELTS candidates. Today we will start our second lesson on task 1 from the book Write about the line graph and the pie chart. I hope this material will be helpful to you to get higher scores in the IELTS writing exam. Task 1, Lesson 2, line graph and the pie chart. Line graph and the pie chart. Question number 2. Crimes in the UK. Birlashgan Qirollikdagi jinoyatlar. Writing task 1. You should spend about 20 minutes on this task. Har doimgidek, demak 20 minut vaqt ajratishingiz kerak. Birinchi mavzu berilyapti. The two figures below show the rate of criminal convictions among men and women of different ages in the UK and the proportion of male and female inmates in the British prison system. Demak, ikkita endi figure line graph bilan pie chartni figure deb beryapti. Demak, ikkita figurada bizga jinoiy aybdorlarning soni ko'rsatilgan. Erkaklar va ayollar orasida va har xil yoshdagilar Birlashgan Qirollikdagi va demak, bu mahbuslarning erkaklar va ayollar orasidagi foizi ko'rsatilgan Britaniya tizimi, ya'ni qamoq tizimida. Summarize the information by selecting and reporting the main features and make comparisons with bu har doimgidek beriladigan narsa. Write at least 150 words, please. Demak, endi ko'rib turibsizlar, shaklni ko'rayotgan bo'lsanglar, birinchisida demak pie chart berilyapti, ikkinchisida line graph. Demak, birinchisida gender of prison inmates in the UK, female ayol kishilar 4% tashkil qilyapti, male erkak kishilar 96%, 96% tashkil qilyapti. Pastdagi line graphda esa criminal convictions in the UK by age and gender orqali. Ya'ni Birlashgan Qirollikdagi jinoyat sodir etgan mahbuslarning soni yosh guruhi orasida va jinslarga nisbatan male and female. Va shubhasizki male yuqorida turibdi. Endi birinchi beriladigan model answer A IELTS band 5+ ga qaraymiz. The first figure shows the percentage of criminal convictions in the UK that occur among men and women of different ages. Demak, birinchi figura bizga, ya'ni pie chart haqida birinchi ma'lumot berishni boshladi. Demak, jinoiy aybdorlarning foizini ko'rsatib beryapti. Birlashgan Qirollikda qaysiki erkaklar va ayollar orasida har xil yoshdagilarning jinoyat sodir etganliklari. While the second compares the percentage of male and female prisoners in British gaols. Demak, ikkinchisi esa Britaniya qamoqxonalaridagi erkak va ayollarning foizini bir-biriga qiyoslayapti. Endi gaol o'rtoqlar jail, ya'ni qamoqxona so'zini sinonimi. It is clear from the graphs that, demak, berilgan graflardan shu narsa aniqki, the most convicted criminals, ya'ni eng ko'p jinoiy jazoga hukm qilinganlar in the UK are their early 20s, ya'ni 20 yoshlarni boshida ekan ko'pchilik jinoyat sodir etganlar. And that men are much more likely to be convicted than women. Va shubhasizki jazoga hukm qilinganlarning ko'pchiligi erkaklardir, ayollarga qaraganda ko'proq. The male conviction, ya'ni erkak aybdorlar rate increases sharply from just 2% among 10-year-olds, 10 yoshlar orasida, demak, nimani tashkil qilar ekan? Demak, 2% dan boshlanar ekan, to about 16% among 20 years olds. Demak, 20 yoshdagilar orasida bular, demak, nimaga o'tib ketdi? 20 yoshlar orasida esa bular 16% tashkil qilar ekan. Meanwhile, shu paytda the rate of convictions among female rises from 0% at the age of 10 to around 5% at 10. Demak, endi ayol kishilar orasida jinoyat sodir etganlar, demak, 0% dan boshlanib, demak, 10 yoshlar orasida around 5%, 20 yoshlarda 5% gacha yetar ekan. After this, the percentage of criminal convictions for both men and women decreases. Va bundan keyin ham jinoyat qilganlar soni ham erkaklar ham ayollar orasida kamayar ekan. According to the figures, berilgan ma'lumotlarga ko'ra, 60-year-old men only commit about 2% of all crimes. Demak, 60 yoshar odamlar, demak, erkak kishilarning 2%gina atiga jinoyat sodir etar ekan. And 60-year-old women do not commit any crime at all. 60 yoshar ayol kishilar esa umuman jinoyat sodir etishmas ekan. Not surprisingly, hech hayratlanadigan joyi yo'qki, the second graph shows that 96% of all prisoners are men, while only 4% are female. Hayratlanadigan joyi yo'qki, deyapti, 96% butun umumiy mahbuslarning 96%ni erkak kishilar tashkil qilar ekan va atiga 4%gina ayol kishilar ekan. Demak, bu berilgan ma'lumotlarimiz o'rtoqlar 5 ballik IELTS band 5 ma'nosida berilgan model answer A. Xo'p, endi 7 ballikni ko'rib chiqamiz, xuddi shu berilgan mavzuga nisbatan. Model answer B IELTS band 7+. Given are the two figures concerning criminality in Britain. Demak, ikkita ma'lumotlar yoki figuralar yoki shakllar bizga jinoyatga aloqadorlik bo'lishini ko'rsatyapti Britaniyadagi. The first provides data on the rates of conviction among men and women of various ages. Birinchisi, demak, bizga qanaqa ma'lumotlar bilan ta'minlar ekan? Demak, erkak va ayol kishilar o'rtasida sodir etganlarning foizini ko'rsatyapti ekan. While the second indicates, lekin ikkinchisi esa the gender balance of the UK prison population. Demak, jinsiy, ya'ni jinslar orasida erkak va ayollar o'rtasidagi balansni ko'rsatyapti Birlashgan Qirollikdagi qamoqxonalardagi. It is apparent, shu narsa aniqki, muqarrarki, from the information supplied, ya'ni yetkazib berilgan ma'lumotdan shu narsa aniqki, that the rate of conviction among Brits of both genders increases exponentially during adolescence and peaks at the age of about 20. Demak, berilgan ma'lumotdan shu narsa aniqki, deyapti. Britaniyada ikkita jins orasida ham erkaklar ham ayollar orasida ham birdaniga jinoyat sodir etish davri bu o'smirlik davriga to'g'ri kelar ekan va 20 yoshlar atrofida eng yuqori nuqtasiga chiqar ekan. Also evident is that, yana shu narsa ayonki, the men are far more likely to offend than women. Shubhasiz erkaklar ayollarga qaraganda ko'proq jinoyat sodir etgan ekan. From a negligible 2% among 10-year-old boys, demak, atiga 2% dan boshlab 10 yoshli bola orasida the male conviction, erkak kishilarning jinoyat sodir etish rate soars, birdaniga o'sar ekan to approximately 16% among 20-year-olds. Demak, 20 yoshlar orasida 20 yoshlardagilar kelib, demak, birdaniga oshib ketgan ekan erkak kishilar orasida jinoyat sodir etganlar soni. The percentage of female offenders, demak, ayol jinoyatchilarning soni to approximately 16% among 20-year-olds, 20 yoshlar orasida 16% ni tashkil qilar. Kechirasizlar. Demak, the percentage of female offenders meanwhile climbs from nil or 0% among girls of 10% to some 5% for 20-year-olds. Demak, ayol kishilar orasida jinoyat sodir etuvchilar soni 0% dan, demak, 10 yoshlarda 0% tashkil qilgan 10 yoshda 0% tashkil qilgan bo'lsa, to some 5% for, demak, 20 yoshlarga kelib 5% tashkil qilgan ekan. Demak, the subsequent decades, keyingi 10 yillikda yoki so'nggi 10 yillikda, however, see dramatic decrease in criminality among both genders. Ikkita jins orasida ham dramatik tarzda pasayish kuzatildi. A mere 2% of crimes are committed by 60-year-old men. Demak, arzimas 2% gina jinoyat erkak kishilar tomonidan sodir etildi. And 0% by women of the same age. Demak, ayol kishilar tomonidan esa bu 0% ga tengdir jinoyat sodir etganlar soni 60 yoshdan keyin. As for the proportion of male and female prison inmates, demak, erkak va ayol kishilarni qamoqxonadagi soniga keladigan bo'lsak, mahbuslar soniga, men outnumber 24-1. Erkak kishilar ayol kishilardan 1 ga 24, ya'ni 24 erkak kishi bitta ayol kishiga to'g'ri kelar ekan jinoyat sodir etganlar. Some 96% of all prisoners are men. 96% jinoyat sodir etgan, ya'ni mahbuslar 96% tashkil etsa, while the remainders are female. Qolganlari degan, ya'ni qolgan 4% ni ayol kishilar tashkil qilgan ekan. Endi model sentence structurelarga qarasanglar, demak, 4 ta gap, bu yoqda hozir 3 tasi ko'rsatilgan, keyingi betda 4-inchisi ham bor. Demak, 4 ta gapni IELTS 5, IELTS 6, IELTS 7 band miqdorida, demak, bir-biriga qiyoslagan. Qanaqa gaplarni berish? Masalan, these two figures are about crime in Britain, 5 ball. The two figures given concern criminality in Britain, 6 ballik ekan. Given are the two figures concerning criminality deb gap boshlasa, 7 ballik essaga to'g'ri kelar ekan. Boshqa gaplar ham xuddi shu shaklda berilgan. 5, 6, sentence number 2, IELTS 5, IELTS 6, IELTS 7, sentence number 3, IELTS 5, IELTS 6, IELTS 7. Buni pauza qilib, bemalol qiyoslab ko'rsanglar bo'ladi. Keyingi betda ham xuddi shu narsa, 4-chi sentence number 4, IELTS 5, IELTS 6, IELTS 7 miqdorda band barrelda berilgan. Demak, qaranglar, masalan, clearly the rate of conviction among British men and women increases sharply during the teenage years and reaches a peak when they are about 20 years old. Demak, aniq ravshanki deyapti, Britaniyalik erkaklar va ayollar orasida jinoyat sodir etish, demak, o'smirlik davriga to'g'ri kelar ekan, birdaniga oshib ketgan ekan va o'zining eng yuqori nuqtasi 20 yoshlar orasida chiqar ekan. Endi xuddi shuni 6 ballik xuddi shu gapni izohlanishiga e'tibor beringlar. It is clear from the information given that the rate of conviction among British people of both genders increases exponentially during adolescence and peaks at the age of 20, about 20. Endi shuni 7 balligiga qarasanglar, it is apparent from the information supplied that the rate of conviction among Brits of both genders increase exponentially during adolescence and the peaks at the age of about 20. Demak, gaplarning yozilishida farq bor. Endi shu vaqtgacha 5-6 ballik, maksimal 6 ballik esse yozayotgan bo'lsak, endi shubhasiz 7 ballik esse bo'yicha yozishni o'rganishni boshlaysizlar o'rtoqlar. Endi akademik keyingi betda akademik vocabulary berilgan. Demak, basic, intermediate, advanced, demak goal bu present sinonimi, increase, climb, rise sinonimi, sharp, dramatic, exponential bo'lar ekan advancedda qaranglar. Bundan keyin sharp degan so'z ishlatmaysizlar, o'rniga exponential. Sharply, dramatically, exponentially bo'lar ekan. Increase dramatically ni intermediate bo'lsa, advancedda bu increase exponentially yoki soar deb bersanglar bo'lar ekan. Just, only, negligible yoki a mere bo'lar ekan advancedda. About yoki around bo'lsa bu basic ekan, intermediate bu some bo'lar ekan, advanced esa bu approximately ga to'g'ri kelar ekan. Xo'p, prisoner bu intermediate so'z bo'lsa, offender, convicted criminal, prison inmate advanced so'zlar ekan, ya'ni mahbus degan ma'noni bildiradi hammasi. About ya'ni haqida bo'lsa, demak on ma'nosini ham bersanglar bo'lar ekan, bu intermediate bo'lar ekan. Concerning bo'lsa, bu about ni advanced ma'nosi ekan. Clear bo'lsa, bu basic bo'lsa, apparent yoki evident bo'lsa, bu advanced ga to'g'ri kelar ekan. Xo'p, endi test your comprehension. Please answer these questions by circling A, B or C. What verb tense does the writer use in these two essays? Future tense, present and the past tense and the present tense. Demak, the answer is C, present tense. The writer uses present tense because the question doesn't mention any year. Ya'ni bironta yil berilmaganligi uchun present tensedan foydalaniladi. Which of these sentence is wrong? Qaysi quyidagi gap noto'g'ri berilgan? A, B or C. 96% of people in Gaul are men. A large percentage of people in Gaul are men. 96% of people in Gaul are men. Demak, qaysi biri javob noto'g'ri? The right answer is A, to'g'ri javob A bo'ladi. Ya'ni the word percent must be used with a number. Esingizdan chiqarmanglar. Percent so'zi son bilan birga ishlatilishi shart. While the word percentage can be used with adjectives like high or low. Lekin percentage so'zi esa sifatlar bilan ishlatiladi ko'pincha high yoki low bilan. Bu yoqda son bo'lganligi uchun percent so'zini bera olmaysizlar. Percentage so'zini bera olmaysizlar. Percent bo'lish kerak edi. Shuning uchun ham to'g'ri javob A bo'ldi. This is equal to right pasana yozishingiz mumkin. 80% of people in France can speak English. Fransiyada 60% odamlar inglizcha gaplasha oladi. Yoki a high percentage of people. Ya'ni percentagedan oldin high qo'ysanglar bo'ladi. In France can speak English. Demak, question number 3. Which of these phrases is a bad way to start your essay? Quyidagi frazalardan qaysi biri siz essay yozish uchun yomon yo'l hisoblanadi, ya'ni yaxshi emas? Given are two figures concerning. A glance at the two figures provided reveals. These two figures show. To'g'ri javob C bo'ladi o'rtoqlar. These two figures show is not a good way to start because it's too simple. C javob bilan gap boshlanmoqda chunki bu juda ham sodda o'rtoqlar. It is also exactly what every IELTS textbook and every other IELTS student writes. Va hamma IELTS kitoblarda berilgan narsa ham shunaqa boshlanadi yoki boshqa IELTS nomzodlari talabalari yozadigan narsa ham shu. P differencelar boshqacha bo'lishi kerak. Question number 4. Which age group has the highest incidence of criminality in Britain? Qaysi yoshdagilar Britaniyada juda ko'p jinoyat sodir etishadi? The aged, yoshi kattalar, children, demak B bolalar, C adolescents, o'smirlar. Adolescent demak, boya ko'rganimiz esingizda bo'lsa, adolescent edi. Demak, endi davom etamiz. There is more crime among teenagers than any other group. Ya'ni o'smirlar orasida jinoyat sodir etish ko'proq edi. In model answer B, ya'ni 7 ballik esseda, the word subsequent means. Subsequent so'zi nimani anglatadi? Later, keyinroq, earlier, oldinroq, at the same time, bir xil vaqtda. The right answer is B. The right answer is A, later bo'ladi o'rtoqlar. Xo'p, answer these questions by writing yes or no. Quyidagi savollarga ha yoki yo'q deb javob beringlar. Demak, in model answer B, the word pig is used as a noun. Demak, 7 ballik esseda pig so'zi ot sifatida foydalanilgan. No. In this case, it is a verb. Yo'q. 7 plus boyagi namunada berilganida bu fe'l ma'nosida foydalanilgan. Lekin remember that pig can be a verb or a noun. Esingizdan chiqarmasam, pig ot ham, fe'l ham bo'lishi mumkin. In model answer B, the phrase men outnumber women 20 4 to 1 means that there are more women than men. Demak, model B ya'ni 7 plusda berilgan frazada men outnumber women 20 to 1 deganda, demak, ayol kishilar erkak kishilarga qaraganda ko'proq degan ma'noni bildiradi. To'g'rimi? Of course, no. Yo'q, shubhasiz. Nimaga? Chunki in fact it means that there are more men than women. Aslida esa bu demak erkaklar ayollardan ko'proqdir. Bitta ayol kishiga 24 ta erkak kishi to'g'ri keladi degan ma'noda ishlatilyapti. Shu bilan bugungi essay mavzuim tugadi. Thank you very much for your attention. E'tiboringiz uchun katta rahmat.